happy St. Patrick's Day. We are wearing green, as you can see, and there's sunlight, as you can see. And there looks like there's a lot of snow, but there's not, like you can see. So I'd just like to formally announce that I have nothing to complain about, and I have a really cool hat. So, happy St. Patrick's Day. Let's do some celebrating together in this beautiful weather. It's actually minus something, but you know what? We're not here for details. We're here for the sunshine on my face. St. Patrick's Day. All right, let's get into some of the history, which is what I really love. So, Patrick, child, 16. He gets kidnapped into Gaelic Ireland, Gaelic, if you will. And the voice of God is telling him after so many years, you're gonna do this, you're gonna flee, you're gonna get on the ship. Getting on a ship to flee, that's actually like a really big kind of symbolic thing that comes into religion a lot. So just presenting what I have read and learned, mostly actually from Our Fake History, this like really cool podcast. And the podcaster is like local. He does a lot of his, Owen Sound is the last event that I'm aware of that he did. Anyway, sometimes I say like Ontario, like it's so local. It would take us hours to get to Owen Sound. So anyway, St. Patrick's Day. He comes back to Ireland, where he is from, with this faith in God. A lot of other stuff happens. He battles wizards at one point. He's claimed to have done all this magnificent stuff. He does bring Christianity, Catholicism back to Ireland. That's kind of his big claim. He drives the snakes out of Ireland, though historically there's no proof there were ever snakes in Ireland to have to drive out, so perhaps that's also symbolic. Doesn't matter. Cool guy. There is the tale that as St. Patrick lay dying on March 17th, way long ago, he said, "Have a shot of whiskey for me." And that's why we celebrate with whiskey. However, it was so long ago, whiskey hadn't been invented yet, so he didn't say that. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So we still love that. What else do I want to say about St. Patrick's Day? Oh, you wear green. It's lucky. Ireland is the Emerald Isle. Kind of tops it off.
Yeah.
So in Ireland, St. Patrick's Day was historically a really religious, solemn experience. Bars shut down, you go to church, that's what it was. But people who had moved out of Ireland are like, no, we're partying pretty hardcore. So I think the first one was actually in Florida, and then it was in Boston. Illinois, Chicago, they go wild for it. They dye their river. New York, pretty hardcore. They had like multiple St. Patrick's Day parades for all of the different Irish immigrants that were there. And then they were like, why don't we just do one? We're celebrating the same thing in the same way in different places. So anyway, it's a big party. Ireland has kind of like finally caught up to the party of it. I say finally, I'm sure it's been a long time, but it was a very solemn thing for us with absolutely zero Irish heritage, but a massive commitment to consuming green beer on this sacred day. That's what we're gonna do. We were to Walmart and bought the beer that Walmart had. It's not Canadian, it's not American. Take credit where credit's due. It's not Irish. Guinness is still in the fridge. I have my green food coloring, a staple in this household just for this very occurrence. So, join us in celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Not the religious aspects of it. He sounds like a really cool guy. He was actually really down to earth in the readings that I've done, and he was a bishop. He became a bishop, but it was really different than you usually encounter kind of religion. Like, he wasn't some pious person who lived his whole life with a commitment to religion and to God. He was born into a religious household, and he absolutely rejected it. So when he writes of his story, it's really fascinating because it's just like there's something so real about it that's, I don't know, sounds like a cool guy. Also, if you would like to shorten St. Patrick's Day and you put St. Patty, P-A-T-T-Y, that's actually a short form for Patricia. So incorrect. P-A-D-D-Y is the short form of the original Patrick, the Gaelic Patrick. Okay. I poured my beer really bad, but I gave you a lot of cool information about St. Patrick's Day, so we're gonna use Wesley's, because he didn't do bad. May I?
Oh, absolutely. Please do. I mean, you let a lot more of the gas escape, so it'll be better for
Magic? Magic?
Wow, that's a lot of green.
Thank you for noticing, sir.
Look at, okay, let's go. Oh.
This is what I live for. Drink it and tell me if it tastes better because it's a different color.
It's gonna taste better for sure.
I know. I'm gonna have to drink his. Really messed that beer. Tastes like green magic.
Oh my gosh, it tastes great.
Wow, it does taste green. I'm also a liar. Just like people who claim there were snakes in Ireland. Never mind. Okay, we do have more fun things because I like a theme. We have some fish and chips, which there's a little bit of backstory I can give you to that. There is a cake. I am a pretty decent baker, but I am an atrocious cake decorator. It looks like an unhinged giraffe was just trying with their long neck to like put it down. And that might be insulting to giraffes with long necks. I don't know. But I'm gonna show you and you can be the judge. Tastes great. I know it. I know. It's also boxed cake. So, whatever. Okay, we will show you our next St. Patrick's Day celebration element once the head of my beer goes down. Oops.
Okay, and this is it. This is how my cake turned out. So I used my cake leveler for the first time and cut it into 4. And then I did white icing, green icing, white icing, and then over top is white icing like a cloud. And then my little rainbows and gold coins. So happy St. Patrick's Day.
We are having Irish nachos as a compliment to our meal tonight. So they're just like really thinly cut potatoes. Really not sure how Irish this is, to be fair. It came about in the 1980s. That's what Google told me. But it had Irish in the name, so we're doing it. All right, the Irish nachos are ready. Oh, goodness. See, Ashley dropped some food again. Oh, that looks so good. Wesley actually kept an eye on them for me. Perfect.
Only took like an hour.
I mean, you know how long it takes to make potatoes in the oven, so it took a realistic amount of time. Well, we'll try them and see if we're going to repeat them.
Yeah, they're crisp.
They are! You did a great job.
Yeah.
I got to go read a book, so props to Wesley. Okay, we will show you our next course after. Wesley has prepared for us our fish and chip meal. The history behind fish and chips in Ireland is not all that long and storied, but in the 1880s, an Italian immigrant thought he was in North America, got off the ship, walked to Dublin with his wife, and they started selling fish and chips. She coined the term chippies, which is, they're also known as chippies. She coined the term 1-in-1, which is fish and chips, the fish and chip supper. That's about it. That's about that story. We went all out. We actually passed on the lemon. It is in the fridge, but that's okay. But we got tartar sauce, so it's pretty serious here. Fish and chip. Oh yeah, curly fries, not regular fries. how many potatoes can you eat? I guess it's Irish inspired. Fish, coleslaw. We even did coleslaw. So, and then for dessert, we have a very beautiful. Well, yeah, I already told you it's not that beautiful, but it's good. It's gonna be good. Cake, St. Patrick's Day cake. Any thoughts rounding this out?
No, it's been a good day of eating, and
It has been. I love these things because they are so good for eating. And then we actually have Guinness still in the fridge, which might round off the day with that.
sounds good.
I was thinking if there was one place I could go right now that I could just leave and travel to, it would be Ireland, hands down, and it would be to Guinness. I would go to Dublin because I want to go to the Guinness factory. And yeah, I want to get the certificate for the pour, and I'm going to put it next to my degree on the wall.
Oh my gosh.
These are the important things in life. My life, specifically at this time. Might come down eventually, but I gotta get it first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we hope you had a lovely St. Patrick's Day if you celebrate, and that your green beer was cold and green. A little bit of magic for you in the sunshine. You can still see it coming through the window in my face. I love sun. Okay, all right. We will see you next week.